What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. Here's the Infinix GT10 Pro phone. Comes with 256 gigs of storage. It says 16 gigs of RAM, but it's really 8 gigs with 8 gigs of virtual. So it's really only 8 gigs of RAM, so don't be fooled by that. This phone is like 250 bucks. Really inexpensive phone, but it's actually pretty high powered. It has the MediaTek Dimensity 8050 processor with 5G built into it. It has 120 hertz, 10-bit, full HD plus AMOLED display, ultra graphics powered, clean and pure OS, cyber mecha design. Inside the box, you get a wimpy case. I think this is like, I don't want to open it all the way. It looks like a little stand you can put together that it comes with. Just throw that off to the side. It's a really, even for 250 bucks, this is an amazing unboxing. The phone is wrapped around this thing in the beginning when you get it. Comes with a orange, which is really cool. It's all like, matte colored together. USB-C cable. It comes with some wired headphones because this does have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and a 45 watt charger, which is the same speed as a S23 Ultra from Samsung. So pretty impressive. The charging speed that you get with this very, very inexpensive phone. It's not the fastest charging, but you know what? It's enough to charge your phone pretty fast. It has a 5,000 milliamp battery in here, which is, again, a ton of battery life for this. 6.67 inch display. You can see the fingerprint underneath the display as well. So you get a nice little one there. And I find that it works good. It also has face unlock. Let's see if it just unlocks. There you go. And I have my glasses on too. There you go. Works really well. Both of the fingerprint sensor and the face unlock both work really, really great. On the front, you get a 32 megapixel camera. On the back, you get a up to 108 megapixel main camera, and then 2 megapixels for the other cameras on there. And then it runs Android 13. It's only guaranteed for one more update, so you'll see Android 14, but nothing after that. 256 gigs of storage, which is 3.1 UFS. And you can also add in a micro SD card if you want as well for additional storage. I mentioned that this has USB-C charging, but it also has the headphone jack, like I mentioned earlier, speakers. You can see the design, very gaming looking device for really inexpensive. It looks really nice. It's a really nice looking phone. You get your buttons on the side there. So, and then there's the SIM card, SD card part. So let's check the phone out. This is the software. It doesn't have a lot of bloatware installed on it, which is awesome. Sometimes when you get these inexpensive phones, you're going to see a lot of crap on here, but I didn't really notice anything. I installed Geekbench and Genshin, the game, and I'll show you that in a moment. But these are all the apps that you come with it. So nothing too crazy on here. You do get a theme store, so if you want to change the wallpapers or change the themes, you can come in here and you can kind of change it. You can go to more and see if there's any themes for you to download and install, put widgets. You got your settings. So there's like a nice amount of changes on here that you can do for the phone in terms of customization. And you can't say that about every inexpensive phone. Look at iPhones inexpensive. You can't change them that much, but there's a lot of there's personalization here that you can come in here and change and look at static and online wallpapers. You got your display and brightness. If you want to change light and dark mode, change it on the adaptive brightness, high brightness mode as well. Screen refresh rate, I set it to 120. By default, it was set to, I think, automatic. Yeah, automatic on there. So pretty nice on here with all that kind of stuff. Now, benchmarks. Let me bring up the gallery app because I did a test here. You see 1116 on the single core, 3299 on the multi-core score. So this is actually a pretty good score. This is like, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is like a Snapdragon 865 benchmark type speed. Might even be a little bit better, but it's something in that range. So, and that still runs beautifully. And I'll show you, just this phone is pretty smooth. Look at the scrolling and stuff. Opening up a website, we'll open up this National Hurricane one. You can see the website loaded up nice and fast. No problems with that. Going back. Let's go into San Diego, man. Oh, let's go to the Patriots one. Is that a Patriot? I don't know who that is. That's the guy from the movie that, I forget what the movie's called. But you can see everything's super smooth on this. Just rolling through the OS and going into settings and all that stuff. It works great. So if you want a smooth phone that's not a lot of money, this is definitely your bet. Let's open up the camera. The camera, you can see 108 megapixels. You've got all these different modes to choose from. You got film modes. You got a regular video mode, AI cam, beauty, portrait, super night. Tons of modes to come in here and choose from. I want to show you some videos and photos that I took. You can go up to 2K video on the front camera and up to 4K on the back. So let's check out some samples of photos and videos that I took. Here we go with the rare cameras. These do 4K, and it's pretty crazy. Like this is like, I think it's like a $250 phone or something like that. And to be able to do 4K on a $250 phone is amazing, especially with the power that this thing has. It's, again, pretty freaking awesome. Here's the front camera. The front camera can actually do 2K. Can't do 4K, but it can do higher than 1080p. So it does 2K on here. So what do you guys think? How do the microphones and how does the front camera look? All right, here's Genshin Impact. Graphics to highest at 60 frames. And we'll just play this and I'll show you that for the most part, it plays pretty good. I'm on low battery right now. I have to charge this phone. But you can see it's not really having any problems with playing this game. And this is not like the most highly powered processor at all. So if you like to game, this is definitely going to be a game, or any high-end game type game should be a game that you should be able to play and not really have any issues. Let's get some action in here. Ooh, oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's destroying me. Can I get this guy? What's going on with these guys? Let me go. Let me get this guy. That's like the boss. Oh, am I going to die? Oh, man, these guys are like ruthless. Look at that guy, he's ruthless. So a little slowdown there in the combat part of it. But overall, I mean, totally playable. You could also lower it if you wanted to. No problem at all with gaming. If you're a gamer, this is definitely a gaming phone at a very, very budget price.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV.
Here's a video.
Z Fold 5.
You got the speakers maxed out.
A couple games on here that are pretty popular and pretty graphically intensive. So I have Fortnite on here just to show you the settings. You can see I have it set to 60 frames per second, and I have it set to the highest graphics, Epic. And
video looks good from all angles. Speakers are actually very nice in terms of their how loud they are and the quality. Very, very nice. I think these sound better than some other ones that I've heard on more expensive phones.
I regret what I said, didn't mean it. You believe me? I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown.
Man, I'm super impressed with this phone. Very impressed. You have a headphone jack if you wanted a headphone jack on there, which is amazing. Those are rare occurrences on phones. You have extra storage if you want. You don't have to pay for more storage if you don't want to. You have 256 built in, but then you can add a micro SD card. It's got an OLED display, which looks great. What am I having at brightness right now? I have it at not even 50%. I can totally see it. If I max it out, it looks great. It's really bright. The performance is really good. You saw I was able to play with not really any problem. That game at ultimate settings looked great. And, It got a big battery. It's got fairly fast charging at 45 watt. Like, what doesn't this phone have? It runs Android 13. I guess the main takeaways are, you know, it's not going to get a ton of support depending upon where you live. It's only going to get 1 year of updates on here. You do get stereo speakers though, and the sound is good. So I walk away impressed with this. If you want to pick it up, I'll link it down below. It's an international phone, so if you're here in America, you won't just be able to go buy it down the street. You'll have to import it. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.